Hey viewers, I'm out here in Moab for was it third time in my life. I'm back in Moab, back at it again, and I'm just like, man, I keep coming here more often. I'm gonna just have to buy a place. But I saw the places out here for sale, and they're selling crazy for over $500,000. Even a beat up house, a trailer house, single, double, whatever it is, they still want $500,000 in Moab, Utah, in this small community. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. I'm here to talk about. I've been watching a lot of YouTube videos people, where people are, how do you say it? People are treating their cars like it's an investment, like they're hoping that the value of the vehicle stays where it's at, in hopes that when they trade it in, it'll be like, hey, you know what? I paid 30 for it. 4 years from now, it's still gonna be worth 30. I can just trade it in for a brand new one, pretty much not be out of pocket. I won't be out of money. I'll just keep recycling the car every 3 to 4 years, and I should be good. But you're not realizing is that you're still stuck in debt. And I just want people to know that quit treating your cars like it's a piece of real estate property. It is a tool, okay? Like, check for example this Cherokee. Jeep Cherokee is a 2018, and it is being used for rental for Toro. And I'm not sponsored by Toro, but it is a tool, and the owner that got this vehicle, which name I'm not going to mention, is renting it out in Moab, Utah. And it's got unlimited miles. So if you're ever in Moab and you want to rent it, you can rent it from Toro. Wait, am I saying that right? Toro rental. But then again, when you're out here in Moab, it's like, do you really want to rent a small SUV like this? They do have Gladiators. They do have Rubicons, JK. They do have other off-road vehicles that you can rent down here in Moab. So if you don't want to be stuck to just driving a regular highway, me particularly, I don't want to take it off-road because, one, it's not four-wheel drive. Two, it's not built for high. Doesn't have a high clearance. So, and three, I don't want to damage the guy's vehicle and have to pay out of pocket. Today, I'm mostly just driving to, like, the big spots where a lot of people go and visit on the main highways rather than off-road. If I want to go off-road, I would have to upgrade to a vehicle that is allowed to go off-roading throughout the mountains where you need four-wheel drive and high clearance. But yeah, back at this vehicle again. I just wanted to share that it is a tool. You buy the vehicle, you use it what it's supposed to be used for. Don't be scared to put 200,000 miles on it. You get 200,000 miles out of the vehicle, you got your money's back. Not once, but twice in its lifetime. And stop treating it like it's a piece of real estate property. Unless you're a millionaire, like Dave Ramsey, then you can have yourself a car collection, and you can put a price tag on them to say, hey, you want to buy this ride? This ride's gonna be worth this much. This is what I'm selling it for. Guys like him, millionaires, can have a car collection and treat it like a piece of real estate property because they're always in the garage and they ain't going nowhere, and it's just a collection. Whereas if you're an average 9 to 5 guy or girl and you're living paycheck to paycheck, stop treating it like it's a piece of real estate. Which this Jeep Cherokee is a pretty nice vehicle for 2018. It's not bad. Stop treating it like a piece of real estate, okay? You buy it, you make payments on it, and you better hurry up and pay it off as quickly as possible so you can be debt free. Now, I know Dave Ramsey be talking about, don't go out and finance a car because you're just living in debt. Well, another thing is, what kind of vehicle do you buy? Are you buying the right vehicle that's going to be reliable to make it to 200,000 miles? Because if you're buying a BMW, Mercedes, Land Rover, or Range Rover, you already know that it is not going to make it. Those type of vehicles do not make it. Those are luxury vehicles. Those are the ones that you lease. You want to drive a luxury vehicle, lease the car and get it out of your system. You're like, well, I can't afford to lease. Well, you can't afford the lease payments. Fine. Rent you one. Rent you a car for the day, for the weekend, for the week, for the month. Rent it and get it out of your system. So you can say, hey, I drove a convertible. I drove a Renegade. Wait, Renegade? Gladiator. My bad. I meant to say Gladiator. I drove a Gladiator. I drove a big lifted truck. Yes, they do have some on Toro where you can rent a custom four-wheel drive Jeep with all the bells and whistles, oversized tires, big grill, custom interior. Go out and rent it and get it out of your system so you can say, hey, I drove that vehicle. I loved it. Might make you want to buy one, but then it's like, hey, you know what? I enjoyed it, and that's all I want to do is enjoy it. Spend a few $100s, depending what they're charging, and get out of your system. And then guess what? Next week or next time, you'll be renting a different vehicle. Something newer, something bigger, better. And then once you have your vehicle paid off, keep driving the vehicle until it is completely gone. I mean, yes, every vehicle is going to have its limits. If you take it to a mechanic and your car is 13 years old and they tell you it's going to cost like $4,500 to fix it, that's when you pump the brakes and said, no, I am not going to pay you $4,500 to fix a 13-year-old car. And I got to tell you, mechanics are charging a hell of a lot of money these days, and it is outrageous of what they're charging. I think they're about $165 to $200 an hour to work on your vehicle. So a lot of times you can take your vehicle to the dealership and they'll give you a price and they'll give you an estimate, and you can just take that information and see if you can do it yourself. Like, for example, you can change the brakes on the vehicle yourself. It's not that hard. Or find somebody that can help you change the brakes. Change the brakes, flush the system, flush the brake fluids. That's not hard. Changing the brake caliper, that's not hard. I'm sure there's somebody in your family or in your group community on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. Somebody can help you change out the brake caliper. I know a lot of us can't change them because we don't have the tools, we don't have the garage, we don't have the space for it. But I'm just here to tell you, do not treat your vehicle like it's a piece of property, like it's a real estate property. Woo! Man, I want to go on one of those. But man, you got to book that thing in advance. We can afford to buy our dream vehicle. And when we say dream vehicle, I think it's just more like you're just able to afford this fancy vehicle. Some of us, can't afford the fancy vehicle because you don't have the funds, you don't have the income, you don't have the right income for it. Your credit is shot to hell. Baby mama drama, child support. For whatever reason, we got to get what we can just get. We can't just afford the limited edition, all the bells and whistles, $100,000 vehicle, or 200, 300, 400. The thing is, if you're just an average American, 9 to 5, working a 12-hour shift, 5-6 days a week, pay it off, and if it still works fine, keep driving it. So it needs new wheels, needs new tires. That ain't but let's see, on this car, this vehicle, this SUV, that ain't but $700 for a new set of tires. That's better than paying $700 a month for a new vehicle. Like, I ran into a coworker. He was about 8 months away. From paying off his truck. It was a nice truck, nice Tundra. And he comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, guess what I did?" I said, "What'd you do?" I said, "I bought me a brand new truck." "But I thought you almost paid off with the other one." He's like, "Yeah, but I went down to the dealership. The dealership, told me if I traded in which I still owe money on it, 8 months left on it, they will trade it in, give me what it's worth, and for the exact same payments that I'm making today, but just an extra $20 more a month, I give me a whole brand new truck. Now I was like, "What's wrong with the one you got?" "Well, I gotta change the spark plugs, I gotta put new brakes, I gotta buy some new tires, and it's already getting there, close to 100,000 miles. I don't want to have to run into any trouble fixing it, repairing it." And I'm like, "Yeah, but in 8 months it's completely yours, and that's an extra $750 back in your pocket." And he decided, like, "Well, I went ahead and traded it, and I got me a brand new Toyota Tundra," which kind of looks almost the same. The face changed a little bit, but practically it's like the same truck. And I'm like, it just don't make no sense to trade it in for something that you already drive that's almost exactly the same vehicle. That's why I'm like, you know what? Keep your vehicle for over 10 freaking years, okay? Keep it over 10 years. If you buy it brand new. If you buy it used, I understand, it's already got some years on it. Whether it's a 5-year-old vehicle, 8-year-old vehicle, I understand. Hopefully you didn't pay too much for something that's old. But what I'm trying to get at is, try to live a life where you don't have no car payments. Like, if I would have bought this in 2018, this Jeep Cherokee, I just would have kept it. Let's see, 18, so it's like 19, 20, 21, 22. The average payment is about 5 years. Next year, this vehicle would have been paid off, and guess what? Now you got yourself some walking around money for the next 5 years. You should be able to get 5 more years out of it, solid, without any issues. And that's some walking around money. But no, you know what people are going to do after 5 years? They're going to trade it in and get themselves into another car payment. And then guess what? This being 5 years old, in the future, that driver is going to get it for a cheaper price, and he's still going to drive it for probably about 7 years down the road until it's completely trash. And if he managed to drive it to where it gets 10 years and it's still in good condition, it's going to move on to the second owner. The third owner. It's going to move on to the third owner. And guess what? The third owner, he's still going to keep driving it for about another 3 years. And if the third owner is lucky and he sells it, the fourth owner is going to own it, and he's going to drive it until the wheels fall off. Probably expanding this vehicle to a maybe 16 years, 17 years. Assuming that nothing goes wrong with the engine don't go out, transmission don't go out. Or maybe the last owner put a new transmission or put a new engine, which I don't recommend that you buy a vehicle where someone tells you it's got a new engine and it's got a new transmission. I'd be like, whoa. Which it can be both ways. If I got a new transmission, I don't really know who did it. And I don't know if it's any good. But if it's never been serviced, that's another bad, that's bad. Because now you don't know if you buy it and the transmission goes out on you in 3 months, then you're screwed. Use it what it was intended for. Put the miles on the damn vehicle. Run it like hell. And when you're done making payments, keep it a little longer and stack that extra money back in your pockets. Okay? Stack it. Stack it. Or, you know what? Invest that extra money into your IRA, Roth IRA, or 401k, or kids' college funds. Or, you know what? Put it towards your next car fund. Because, eventually you're going to need another vehicle. One vehicle can't last forever. But I'm just saying, like for example, this guy, he's treating it, for income. He's making money off of it. I think if he's lucky, I'm not too sure, I think he's bound to make like $100 a day. So if he rents it out, say at least 5 days a week, he'll get a good, $500. And if you're asking me how much was a rental, the rental for this one with insurance, a little extra insurance, which you're still liable. You're still liable for $3,000 if there's any damage to the vehicle. Whereas if you went with Enterprise, you can get it for about $75 and an extra $25 to cover the whole damage. But I guess Enterprise is like a huge company, and Toro is just more like, hey, we don't have that kind of insurance to replace your entire vehicle, because they don't own vehicles. They're using other people's vehicles owned by other people. So that's where the $3,000 deposit comes in handy, to where like, hey, you know what, you put a scratch on my door, a dent, that's $3,000. Most likely he's going to pocket the money. In no way he's going to have it fixed. But down here, with Toro, which I'm not sponsored, no one's paying me, and disclaimer, nobody's paying me at all, okay? I'm not making any money. I am free to say whatever I want to say, and all I want to say is, you know what? It's okay to rent a car from Toro. Just be careful when you rent from them. There's a good chance that you might have to pay a high deductible. But the way it works with Toro is, if you're thinking that the owner, like I got charged, I think it was like $185. If you're thinking owner is making a $185, he's not. I paid I think it was like $25 for insurance. Toro is gonna keep that money, free money for them. Fees. It was like $55 in fees. They're gonna keep that money, and they're gonna cut in on a little bit of his profits. So he's probably gonna be down to about $100 out of $185, maybe $90, I'm guessing, to rent it out. Oh, and another thing I want to mention about Turo is when you rent one, I hate that they put limited miles. Like most of them were like 200 miles, 200 to 300 miles, and it's like I can burn 150 miles or 200 miles, in about 3 to 4 hours. Like, you know what? I'd be like, wait a minute. I'm gonna rent your Camaro. I'm gonna rent your BMW. I'm gonna rent your SUV Lexus, and all you're giving me is 200 miles. It's like, hold on. I'm out of Houston, Texas, and in Houston we drive a lot because trying to get to one store and then trying to get to a friend's house and then trying to get somewhere else, it's like 60 miles that way, 60 miles the other way. Then I gotta go another 60 miles. Everything is far to travel in Houston, and you're limiting me on 200 miles, and then you want to charge me like $1, $2, $3 a mile. The owners, they set the price. They set the price of how much they want to charge per mile. I'm just like, that's why I like to rent from Enterprise. And I'm pretty sure Hertz, Budget, but like Enterprise, they are unlimited miles, and that's what I like about it. Unlimited miles. I don't like to be restricted. Like this guy right here, he's got it posted as unlimited miles, so I can drive as much as I want. But you can see I can't go that far, if I want to go off-roading, if I want to go to Hell's Gate. Which, if you stay within the area, you're not going to put in that many miles, probably like 150 miles, maybe 200 miles at the most. But, to me, I just don't like being limited. If that's something Turo can do, is like, hey, take the restrictions off how many miles a person can drive. It is insane. That's why I don't want to rent cars from Turo, because they're limited on miles. Don't treat it like it's not going to go up. It's going to go down. Anything on wheels, especially a boat is going to sink. A car is the prices are going to roll down. Yes, used car market has gone up. So some of y'all been lucky to sell that old POS for a high value. Get you an extra $5,000 for it. People have been desperate to get some wheels. I don't know why they'd be so desperate. I mean, like, hey, it doesn't hurt to just wait a little while, be patient. Because let me tell you, when you're desperate, and I understand people's situations are different, but I understand. Your car broke down, your transmission just went out, your water pump went out, your timing chain, the piston blew a hole right through your motor block. I understand. Daniel, I got no choice. I gotta get me some wheels now. And that's when you screw up. You're desperate. You go out and you fall for that high interest rate, 10%, 16%, 24%. And why? Because the guy at the dealership told you no money down. Zero money. Zero down. No payments for 90 days. Take it. Take the car. Take this car. Take it. Easy payments. $300 a month. Yeah, for how long? 7 years? 8 years? Woo. That's a long time. Very, very long time to be making payments. And then you gotta look at your interest rates. I'm telling you, if you're paying over 4%, walk away. Just walk away. Walk away. Just walk away. All right? Walk away. Walk away. But I know, that's what happens when you're desperate for a vehicle. People take advantage of you. Like I went down to the Acura dealership in Sugarland. And no disrespect for the sales lady. No disrespect. You know, hey, she's just doing her job, trying to make a sale. You know, it's slow. But, you know, as soon as I rolled up, you know, she waved me down. She's like, hey, how you doing? How you doing? I'm like, hey, I'm doing pretty good, you know. Hey, you looking to buy? I was like, I'm looking to buy. Well, we got some nice cars. And I'm like, yeah, but see, the difference is I'm in the market for a want, not a need. Want. And she was trying to tell me, like, well, you know, we got this nice car over here, this RDX, pre-owned. The manager, you know, he drove it, extended warranty. It's got 10 years, you know, like these brand new cars only have like 5 years. This one's gonna have 10 years. Manager special, he drove it. I don't care about the warranty. The warranty, you know what the warranty does? It just makes you feel, oh, you know, it makes you feel safe. That's all it does. It tells you, I'm here for you when you break down. I'm gonna be here for you. Yeah, let me call you in about 3 years and see where you at. 3 years. And good chances are that warranty that they sold you is no longer in service. The company went out of business and you're out of luck and you're out of money and you can't get it back. So I would say, unless you're driving an exotic vehicle or a high-end expensive vehicle like Mercedes, BMW, those vehicles need a warranty. But anyways, yeah, but she was telling me, she's like, you know, I say this RDX, and I was like, I'll test drive it, but I ain't buying it. So I test drove the RDX, and you know, she was trying to convince me, like, hey, you know, you can take it out today. You can buy it today, and I'll get the paperwork done. I don't want this car. I said, I want the car that's gonna come out in December of 2021. It's supposed to be available in December of 2021. You know, back then. Or it's supposed to be revealed in February, somewhere around there. It was supposed to come out at the dealership in December for 2022. But, you know, then she was like, well, we have this MDX. We got this bigger car. You know, you want to get this one? I was like, no, I don't want it. You see, I'm not desperate to buy because my old pickup truck, my old car is still running. You know, I am not desperate to buy a set of wheels. So I was like, I'm in the market for a want, not a need. I'm not desperate. And she still pushed me to buy this vehicle and buy that vehicle, or, you know, we got this one, you know. I was like, no, that's not what I want. That's not what I need. I don't like that vehicle. I want what I saw on the website, which it won't be available for another 2 months, 3 months. So all I did was I got her information. She got my information, which a lot of times you don't want to be giving out your information, but you know, the vehicle we wanted was not available at the time, was not released. And so I went ahead and I pre-ordered the vehicle. And she was still trying to convince me to buy something else off her lot. And I was like, no, I'm not in the market for a need. I'm not desperate. So she said it was going to be March when I get the car, which she was a little sad. She was a little disappointed. And she was like, oh, she's like, I need to make a sale. I need to make some money. I was like, yeah, but I'm in the market for a want, not a need. And so then she calls me up like 2 weeks later, and she's like, Mr. Daniel, I got good news for you. I was like, what is it? Your car is going to be available in January. I said, January? What happened to March? And she's like, but Daniel, it is more advanced. It has more features. And I'm all like, well, how much is it? And she's like, I don't know the price tag. And I was like, well, the website doesn't know. I don't know. You don't know. And she's like, but you can be the first one, Mr. Daniel, to buy this MDX Type S. You'll be the first one. First one, Mr. Daniel. Well, I don't really care about being first on the market, I mean. I was like, well, you know what? Just put me on the list to be the first one to be called. As soon as it shows up, I'll show up. I'll take a look at it, see if I like it. And that's exactly what I did, I showed up in February. I looked at the ride. I liked it. My wife, she wasn't too... she was excited, but, she wanted like the blue color or charcoal, or, she just wanted a color vehicle. She didn't want a white vehicle, which something wrong with white vehicles. It's just that, hey, she wanted a one with the color, but I was like, hey, you know what? I like white. White doesn't get too dirty. You can't see the scratches. You can't see the misperfection. You get black, it requires a lot of maintenance. You get blue, it fades over time. So the black color fades over time, especially depending on what car wash you go to. That's why I just stick to white. Anyways, but yeah, when you get desperate, you'll buy anything off of anybody, and then you just made a lot of wrong decisions, and you wish you didn't do this, you wish you didn't do that, and it's too late. You already own the POS. You're paying for something that you're not happy to make payments on every single month. I mean, yes, nobody likes to make payments, but I'm just saying, when you got a high payment, why doesn't it make you feel ugly on the inside? Doesn't it make you feel like, wow, I can't believe I'm paying $700 for a vehicle I really don't enjoy, I really don't like, I'm not comfortable. Don't be desperate to buy a vehicle. Go in the dealership one day and just tell them, hey, you're looking for a vehicle that you want, not need, want. Well, I don't want to make this video too long, but I'm just out here in Moab, and I thought I'd take a little break. And I'm tired of people, I'm tired of people saying, hey, I don't want to put too many miles on my car because then the value of the car drops. There's a lot of vehicles out there with over 250,000 miles, and they're still selling for like crazy amount of money. Just drive your car. That's what it was intended for. To drive. Get you places. Wherever you can afford to pay the gas for. Just drive the damn car. The hell with the miles. Like, if I own this car right here, I will keep this car. I will pay it off. But the minute it screws up, like a transfer case or transmission, or something goes wrong with this itty bitty little car, it is out the door. I'm going to go ahead and get some money out of it while I still can, while it's still in operation, before it goes completely broke and I can't get nothing for it. So, drive your cars for a long time. Please. Drive your cars for a long time until the wheels fall off or until it completely breaks. And like I said, every vehicle has its limits. If we're talking a few $100s just to replace the brakes, spend a few $100s. If we're talking $700 for a new set of tires, go ahead. That's cheaper than $700, $800, $1,200 a month. You got a broken glass. Don't let the broken glass make you trade in for a new vehicle. You got a broken mirror. Go on eBay. Get your new mirror. You got a missing cap. Get you a new cap and get it painted. You got a broken rear windshield wiper blade and it doesn't work no more. Who cares? Like, to me, I think this is pointless. I don't really use it. I don't use it at all. I kind of embarrassing to be driving around with this logo Toro, but hey, you know what? It's a rental. He's advertising. He's letting people know when you come down here to Moab next time, check him out. But yeah, you got a broken taillight. Go on eBay. Get you a new taillight. You got a few dents on the back of the body. Your antenna broke. Who cares? Fix it or don't fix it. Thing is, the goal is to be car payment free. No more car payments, and try to get that vehicle to pay you back. If it took you 5 years to pay for it, then by golly, you better drive for another 5 years to get your money back. And if those 5 years go by and it's still running good, guess what? The more each day it goes by, the more you're getting your money back. That's how I look at it. You might have lost $30,000. I'm not saying this is a $30,000 vehicle, but if you paid $30 and you're like, wow, I'm out of pocket, the value on it just dropped so bad. Yeah, but once it's paid, the money starts coming back. You start to get your money's worth out of it. Each day, each month, each year, you are getting your money's worth out of the car. You are being paid back, assuming that you kept the money and put it in a safe place, but most likely I think you probably blew the money away. And so when this car gets extremely old, about 13, 15 years old, you ain't got no money saved up because you spent it all on stupid stuff. But hopefully you're smart enough to save your money once your car's paid off. Save that money. Put it a little bit to the side. Still act like you're making payments and put it in a bank account. Anyways, I'm Daniel. Thanks for watching this boring, long lecture that you probably didn't even make it to this end. And if you did, please let me know. Hit a like. Subscribe. That's right. Subscribe. Show me some support. Show me some love out here, people. Yeah, we're at the end of the video and I'm gonna go crazy. How about that? How about that? I'm gonna go crazy. Because I bet you nobody's gonna see the end of this video. Nobody's gonna see the end of this video. I guarantee nobody's gonna watch the end of this video. I'm trying to share a little advice. I'm trying to get some support out here. A sponsor. Somebody hook me up. Yeah. So if you made it to the end, you got to see my crazy. I think we got rain coming and I better get my ass in the car. Show me some love, people. Hit the like button. Subscribe. Share it. What I'm telling you, you probably already heard it 1,000,000 times, didn't you? From all these YouTubers. Dave Ramsey. I know Dave Ramsey told you about it. No car payments. Get out of debt. Nothing wrong with getting out of debt. But there's good debt and there's bad debt. Anyways. Oh shit. I think we got rain coming. And I better get back in. Plus I'm running low on time for this rental. I gotta get it back pretty soon. Anyways. I'm Daniel. Hopefully you enjoyed some of the videos that I'm posting. Or some of the, drone footage. But hit the like button. Seriously, hit the like button. It don't cost you a dime. Just hit the damn like button, all right? I can't tell you how many times I hit like buttons on videos that were extremely boring, made no sense, or it's just somebody who's just talking. Yappity, 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 yap. They just talk, 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 talk. And I'm all like, just hit the like button, please. I don't know what it's going to do for me in the future, but just hit it, and I'm out of here because it is starting to rain, and I don't want to be in this horrible thunderstorm rain in Moab, Utah. Thank you, and I'll see y'all in the next video. And just like that, the rental is over. I feel like Cinderella. Her time was up and she went back to normal, and now this is how I feel. Walking back to the hotel. I feel like I'm walking like a bum with no wheels. And you're probably wondering, why are you walking? Why don't you just Uber? Well, because it's only 1.7 miles to the hotel from the drop-off location. Why didn't you ask the owner give you a ride? You could ask them if you want to, if they want to help you out. But I guess this one, doesn't want to be in the conversation or wants to be seen. I don't know. But it's good exercise. 1.7 miles. A good workout. So get to the hotel, shower up, and that'll be the end of my trip for Moab. Until next time. I don't know what next time's gonna be, but until next time, we'll see where we go, what our next adventure will be. You ever feel like trying out Toro? Check it out one day. I'm not sponsored by them, but check them out and see what lucky ride you can rent yourself. Alright, see y'all next time.